Hey everybody, Questwise here, back again today. I want to do a quick first impressions video on a product that I picked up via the internet that I've actually never seen an actual video review on YouTube about this game before, and I'm kind of curious as to why. But let me just preface this by saying, excuse me, I am a huge, unabashed fan of R.A. Salvatore's fiction. There, I said it. Out there for the whole world to know. I love R.A. Salvatore's fiction. I've been reading his fiction with the very first book when I picked up a copy of The Crystal Shard, 1994, 95. And I've been reading all his stuff from that point on. Every time a new book comes out, whether it be the Legend of Dritch stuff from D&D, from the Forgotten Realms world, to his stuff that takes place in his homebrewed world of Corona, I have read and I have enjoyed. I even enjoyed the Star Wars novel he wrote too, which wasn't made him kind of enemy of the people for a long, long time. But speaking of his world of Corona, his sons, Brian and Gino, and he collaborated and created this, R.A. Salvatore's Demonwars Reformation role-playing game. This was a Kickstarter project from several years ago. I've been looking for a copy of this for quite a long time, and I wanted a Kickstarter copy for whatever reason. I guess I just wanted a Kickstarter copy, but I was totally missed the boat when this Kickstarter launched, and so I was never able to actually get a copy of it. But I did find a benefactor who was willing to sell their copy. It's a copy that's in very, very good condition, and it's even signed by the authors, which was one of the stipulations that I was looking for as well too. But just kind of in first impressions, I haven't finished reading this over entirely yet, so I don't want to give you a full-length review, because I just don't think it's fair yet to give it a full-length review. But I just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up, a first initial impressions on this book, and what I think about it, just having freshly got this. I got this a few days ago. The book is beautiful. I mean, the artwork is gorgeous, and a lot of the interior artwork is drawn. I mean, the map itself of Corona is beautiful. But a lot of the interior artwork as well is drawn from some of Salvatore's books and from some of the amazing artists who, excuse me, from some of the amazing artists who graced the covers of a lot of his books as well too, including one of my all-time favorites. One of my all-time favorite artists is Keith Parkinson, who unfortunately has passed away. But the interior artwork on this is beautiful as well too. The book is very well constructed. It kind of reminds me of, oh gosh, what publishing company is that? Because it's a Kickstarter, it doesn't really have any kind of publishing information. But it, I'm trying to think of the publishing company that this style kind of reminds me of. It'll elude me now. I'll bring it up when I do the full review. I'll look it up then. But the book itself is great. The writing is very well done. It's a very interesting premise. It is not a D20 system at all, which you might expect from something coming from Salvatore, since he's so closely linked to D&D itself. But because this is from his world of Corona, I think that he and his sons wanted to make a departure from that system as well. This is a percentile based for the most part. Most of all your rolls are percentile based, although you use all of the other regular polyhedral dice in the game as well too, for weapons and a variety of other things. Magic is all powered, and that's the section I'm kind of reading up right now, and that's why I don't want to give you a full review at this point. But magic is fueled by, and if you've read any of his Corona novels, I'm drawing a blank. The Demon Awakens, some of those Immortalis, the Bear, then Highwayman, any of those, you'll know. Or his newest one, actually, Child of a Mad God, which is kind of a prequel to that world. The magic is drawn through gemstones, and by empowering your gemstones, you can create these magical effects and the gemstones can be imbued into different things, weapons and armor and all sorts of stuff, is a very, very unique, awesome part of this game. And he does it, the three of them do it very well of incorporating the idea of gemstone magic. And it's always refreshing to get a cool game that takes a break from the Vancian magic system, being the magic that Gary Gygax incorporated into D&D based on Jack Vance's works. Anyway, I'm getting aside on that kind of thing, but it's nice to get a game that has a break from the Vancian system of magic, and these guys do it very, very well. They make a really awesome system of magic, and very robust in this as well too. One of the drawbacks I've seen about this book when I've read some of the written reviews is that there is really only one character class, and that in itself is sort of true, and then at the same time not true. Because it's set in the world of Corona, because it's set in this Demonwars Reformation period, this is after the demon, the Dactyl, has been destroyed, and the world has started, the reformation of the world. The game has a very specific story it wants to tell, and gives you the characters that it wants you to tell the story with. Now, this is, while it might sound restrictive, I don't really think that it is, because there's such a variety of characters that you can play, and you're playing Abelican monks, okay? But there's such a wide variety of different churches, different abbeys that the monks can be from, that all teach a different aspect of the Abelican church, which makes the characters widely varied. While you're still under the sort of auspice of an Abelican monk, the idea that you could build a very much a fighter, or very much a warrior monk, a wizardly type monk, there's different aspects of the monks you can build. So I don't feel like you're really missing anything. It's just that this game has a very specific story it wants to tell. It's like playing Call of Cthulhu and saying, well, it's not fair that I can't make a paladin. Okay, well, that's not the kind of story that game is trying to tell, right? So that's kind of what I feel here. There's a specific story this game wants to tell, and it's doing it very, very well. And again, when the full review, which will probably be next week, following week, when I do the complete, finally full read through of this, and I'd like to get it to a table at least once or twice as well too, to try it out as well. I'll go into more detail about sort of those aspects of things. But if you haven't had a chance, if you can find a copy of this, it's a little difficult. I've actually been looking for a very decent copy of this, and I wanted, again, like I said, I wanted the Kickstarter copy that has been signed by all three of the authors. It was a little bit of a journey, although I believe last time I looked, you can still get some of these through R.A. Salvatore's website as well too. So, but I'm Questwise. This is my quick initial impressions of the R.A. Salvatore's Demonwars Reformation role-playing game. So until next time, I'm Questwise, and we're out.